Hello everyone, my name is Sylph, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Golden Freddy action figure. Now, I'm a bit late to the party on seriously collecting, Funko merch and all that, and this figure actually released like 6 years ago now, but I have it now, so I might as well go ahead and do a review and unboxing anyway. And especially since we've already done a review on the special delivery action figures that have released so far, we might as well just continue it, and I might as well just, review any extra merch I get. So anyways, we're gonna just go ahead and open this one. I know some people are probably gonna cringe at me opening up the packaging for this, but hey. I wish the packaging on these kinds of figures was where you could actually just open it up and take the figure out while keeping the packaging intact and you could put it back in instead of just having to completely shred it to open up the figure. But hey, okay, so we're just gonna pop this open. And there we go. Having some technical difficulties, but we're getting there. Yeah, I'm not sure how well you can see that on camera. I kind of have the webcam thing over there blocked out by something, a program, but I'm just gonna use that pencil just to briefly pop a hole there so we can rip this open on the back, and there we almost go, just about. Pop that open like a door, almost, and now we remove it. Try to, at least. Now, I forgot to mention this, but on the front of the packaging, it says this comes with Springtrap's, I think, left arm, was it? On the original packaging for these Golden Freddy figures, it was actually misprinted, and it said it would come with his left leg, but it does correctly, come with his left arm, as is now correctly said. But there he is. There is the Golden Freddy action figure. Now, we're going to pop him out of this, and he's got his microphone right here, too, and, excuse me. There's his microphone out of the packaging. Now, like with the Frost Bear figure we covered in the special delivery one, this does not hold the microphone completely correctly. Both Classic Freddy and Golden Freddy and the Frost Bear figures all don't really hold it correctly, unlike some other ones like Lefty who do, because you have to kind of slide it in at an angle instead of them holding it straight. But we're just popping this open. I'm not sure how well I'm kind of doing this on camera because, oh my gosh, this is going to be kind of tricky to pop open here. Okay, there. Now we got it open. So now we're going to try to actually get him out of the actual plastic here without completely popping him to pieces. Oh my gosh. And then we can do a proper review on the figure. And then I'm going to switch the camera angle to my phone camera so we can get a close look at him without this resolution of this current camera. Oh, he's in there tight. He's in there tight. I got all the plastic off that's holding him in place, but gosh, he's in there tight. Okay, I'm not even going to aim at the camera because I want to be careful with this. Try to get him open. Okay, we have now extracted him from his packaging. Stick that arm on, and there we have the Golden Freddy action figure. Let's get his microphone really quick, and I'll pop that into his hand. Let me kind of show you that really quick. Let's get his hand out. So you got to kind of like slot it in. Oh my gosh, it's not going in. There. Ow. It was easier to get the Frost Bear ones in, but for Frost Bear and this, and the original Freddy, they have to kind of hold it at a bit of an angle, which is a little awkward. With Frost Bear, it's not as bad, but as you can see here, it is kind of bad. But anyways, now we're going to go ahead and switch the camera angle to my phone camera on the bookshelf so we can get a closer look at this, and I can, go ahead and go over the pros and cons and what I think about this figure. Now, right here we have the Funko Golden Freddy action figure. It is really, really cool. Now, obviously, he is quite literally a recolor of the original Freddy Fazbear figure, even having, the top row of teeth and the ribbon, both things that he doesn't actually have in-game, but he does have on his figures. But interestingly, he does seem to have some, dirty spots all over, his paint, and I'm not sure if that is actually, dirty, or if that's actually part of the paint. I'm pretty sure it's part of the paint, but interestingly, his shoulder pads are a bit of a lighter yellow compared to the entire rest of him. Now, I'm not sure if his yellowness is actually coming through properly on the camera. He almost looks kind of brown, like very pale, like Dijon mustardy color. through the camera, but he is a little more yellow tinted in real life. Now, as you know, his microphone does have to be held at kind of like an angle, similarly to the original Freddy, and kind of similarly to Frostbear. It's not as bad on him because his icicle is a little thinner, but it is pretty noticeable on here, so you kind of have to have his hand at a little bit of an angle like that so he holds the microphone upright. All in all, it's a pretty cool figure. Now, obviously, I don't think you can get him into like his actual, you know, classic sitting pose properly enough. You could probably just make him sit down, but he can't get into like his proper slumped over pose with his head fully tilted on the side. His legs don't really bend enough forward to allow him to sit down, but it doesn't really matter anyway, because as we all know, Golden Freddy can stand. He just chooses not to most of the time for whatever reason. Now, you can see he has actual eyeballs instead of empty eyes, which makes sense, because even though he didn't actually have actual eyeballs in the original games he appeared in, minus Special Delivery and the thank you teaser image, it still makes sense because, you know, he's obviously, you know, a recolor of the original Freddy figure. They obviously, you know, didn't want to make too many changes because it would kind of probably just be too much work just to like remove the eyes or something just for what is essentially a Freddy recolor anyway. Although I do wish he had like the very faint, you know, tiny pinprick white dots that he actually has in game, but you know, it's not too much of a loss. All in all, I'd say this figure is really good. I'd probably rank it maybe about a 7.5 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I kind of don't like how the shoulder pads are like, you know, lighter compared to the rest of his body, and I wish the rest of his body was, you know, a more yellow color like his shoulder pads actually are here instead of like the Dijon mustardy color they are. Like I said, he is a little more yellow in real life, you know, actually seeing him than he does through this camera. But yeah. Almost forgot to mention, he does come with the Springtrap left arm. Now, like I said, on the original packaging for Golden Freddy, you know, this has been fixed now, but it originally said it comes with his left leg, but, you know, it always did come with his left arm. You know, not much to really talk about here. I might do, like, a full-on review of the actual Springtrap figure if I ever end up actually completing it, but, you know, if you don't have the full thing, you can maybe pop off one of your action figure's limbs and just replace it with this just for the sake of I don't know, just customization or whatever. But, you know, if you do get it and you don't have all the limbs, be sure you put it in a safe spot so it doesn't get lost or anything, because I can see these little bits here, these little pieces getting very easily lost. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I'll see you later. Have a good one.